Princeton Club, friends and family. This is trainer Lauren here bringing you another nutritional video. And as a reminder, I am not a dietitian or nutritionist. I just love talking about nutrition. I'm passionate about helping people get their health on track with eating right first and then working out on top of that. So let's talk together today about something that I think a lot of people struggle with, which is they can come up with a plan. They know exactly what healthy foods are. We know that fruits, vegetables, complex carbs, proteins, and healthy fats are all good for us, right? But then we don't do it necessarily. And so I'm going to talk today about the top 5 reasons why people don't stick with it. It's not that we can't, it's that we don't. And let's uncover why we don't do it and how to come up with some strategies as to what will help us be more successful going forward. So one of the top reasons that I believe is to be true as to why we don't stick with it is we don't have a strong enough reason why. So I'm gonna write that one up here. This one, guys, is so important. Your why dictates everything you choose to do. This is true in life, in jobs, in how we spend our free time. Why do we do something? And so when you think about your health and your fitness goals, the reason can't just be on the surface. You have to dig deeper and understand yourself. This takes sometimes a long time to really uncover why we care about being healthy. So I would recommend spending, several days potentially on this. Spend 20 to 30 minutes journaling or just thinking about it, maybe doing some reading and research for yourself, but you really have to sit and meditate and think about, why does this matter to me? Why do I want to lose weight? Why do I care about eating right? Why do I care about being healthy? And if those reasons are not really that strong, or if your only reason to be healthy is just to lose weight, unfortunately, actually, losing pounds ultimately doesn't make the cut for most people when it comes to sticking with their goals. Here's a good example. I've had clients who have come to me and they have had success with weight loss, but then they just kind of lose their mojo after a while. They might have lost 20, 25 pounds, and that excitement of losing weight has kind of worn off. And my next question to them is always, well, what is going to motivate you? What's your deeper reason for doing this? Why do you even care to lose weight? And for a lot of people, sometimes it's less about yourself and it's more about others. That's kind of the exciting thing about taking on this part of the journey, is when you spend time reflecting, you actually might realize that your reason for doing this is not for yourself, but it could be, you could be a parent and you want to lead a good example for your kids. For me, I'm a trainer. I love being a leader and a good example to others. My reason personally myself is I have back issues. I need to keep myself at a healthy weight so that physically I'm not in pain. That's a really strong motivator for me. As well as, again, if I put myself in a leadership position, I definitely don't want to let people down. So that's a really strong motivator for me week in and week out as to why I tend to stick with it more likely than not, right? Your reason could be so many different things. You could possibly have had a grandparent who had poor health, or a parent or spouse who you just saw suffering so badly, and you don't want that for yourself, and you don't want that for your kids. But anyways, so I just wanted to give a few examples, but really, I really encourage you to take the time to sit back and understand not just your top reason for sticking with it and to be healthy, but you could have a plethora of reasons, 3, 5, 7 reasons that are better than just weight loss, right? So really spend the time, journal, reflect, come up with your reasons why, and post them everywhere. You should have something in your car, in your bathroom mirror, on your laptop, on your cell phone, so you can pull up those reasons and look at them almost like on a daily basis. You should be reading through your reasons why. tip or number 2 then here, so why don't we stick with it? I believe that it's because people have a perfectionist approach to this. When it comes to eating healthy, it's not about all or nothing. So why don't we stick with it? Number 2 is that people have an all or nothing approach to eating healthy, losing weight, and sticking with it, right? And so the minute that you choose to have an indulgence, you believe that you failed. And so then therefore you just decide to give up, quit for a weekend, quit for a week, and then you're starting over once again. So if we just flip the mindset to saying that it's not all or nothing, you have to allow yourself indulgences here and there, and know that that's not going to ultimately ruin your results, ruin a healthy lifestyle. You know, a good example would be, let's say you're really healthy throughout the week. This is such a common thing that happens. Friday hits, you're like, don't feel like cooking today. I don't really want that salmon and asparagus. I'm gonna get a pizza. Great. I think that's awesome. Get that pizza. Eat however much you want of it, hopefully within reason. But you know, like you eat your pizza and then you say like, oh gosh, dang it, I really had probably 2 more slices than I would have wanted to have. That's so many extra calories, so many fat grams, carbs. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? I can't believe I ate 3/4 of the pizza. That's ridiculous. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna probably, let's just have some ice cream then too, because you know, I already ruined it. So I'll eat the ice cream. And then you wake up the next morning, Saturday, and your friends are like, hey, let's go get brunch. And you're like, normally you might say, oh, I'll come, but I'll just really get like a normal sized portion of food. Maybe this time you're like, well, I already ate bad last night. I'll just get the whole buffet and the all you can drink Bloody Mary bar. And, you know, then you go to the family gathering later that day and it's a birthday party, and normally you would be very conscientious of, okay, just a little bit of protein, some veggies and hummus, maybe a sliver of the cake, but instead you're like, it's been pretty bad all weekend. I guess I'll just go for the pasta salad and I'll eat those little smokies and I'll eat all the mostaccioli with all the sauce, and I'll have a cupcake. Maybe I'll have 2 of them. That's fine. Oh yeah, give me a cocktail too. So I mean, I'm just describing all of this because I feel like we can all relate to this scenario. Now that one choice of pizza has spiraled so rapidly, if you just did the pizza, no problem. You could be right back on track, living a 80-20 lifestyle, meaning 80% healthy, 20% indulgences, but you chose to give up completely for the weekend, and now we are restarting on Monday, which possibly could put you up 2 or 3 pounds. So we just have to really think and take a step back, look at what it means to be, are you an all or nothing person? You know, you have to define and categorize yourself. Are you living that way sometimes, where you're always only healthy or you're always only indulging? Or do you know how to create some level of balance, being mostly healthy and sometimes indulging? So I really want that to sink in a little bit as to why we don't always stick with it, but you really could, even if you just take a different approach mentally.